We've been living on our catamaran for 4 months now. This is a rundown of our top 5 annoying things about our liveaboard catamaran. We wanted to share our experience of living aboard our XS11 catamaran for anyone who might be interested in buying their own cat or another sailboat for that matter. This is our top 5 annoying things that we found, started from the least annoying to the most annoying. One of the optional extras that we spec'd was a collapsible table to turn our sofa in our saloon into a sofa bed. The main reason we wanted this is because we're living on board and this would be our chill out area in the evenings when we want to relax. Andrew went to the Cannes Yacht Festival and saw the XS14, which demonstrated the table pushed down on gas springs, very convenient, and we 100% after that spec'd it. Unfortunately, what we didn't realise is the XS11 doesn't have gas springs. It's all very manual. You have to take the legs out, put them back on yourself. It takes us forever.
A few moments later. 5 minutes later. One eternity later.
Oh, what a faff. I've just remembered why we don't put this up. Gas struts would be so much easier rather than having to wrestle with tables and cushions. You just should be able to push it up and down exactly how we thought it was spec'd.
Okay, so in at number 4 is our dual helm stations. Now, everyone thinks that having dual helm stations is great. We did as well. Having both helms on both port and starboard, having great visibility, you can see the sails no matter what tack you're on. It should be an ideal sailing setup. But unfortunately it's not. We find ourselves very rarely sailing on this port side just because of the lack of equipment on the port side. We have no throttles, we don't have a chart plotter, there's no electronics here, so it becomes very difficult to sail on this side. Now, there are a couple of optional extras you can spec. You can spec throttles for €10,500 and they're electronic rather than mechanical, so you lose the feeling of the engines. You can spec a chart plotter, but it's a tiny little 7-inch chart plotter that is €1,600. But what XS do is they give you a stand for free. So what you can do is take a little stand, attach a €1,000 iPad to it, and connect it like that. There you go, I have a chart plotter. But the problem is I now have a €1,000 iPad out on deck where the probability of it getting wet is probably actually very, very high. So we don't risk this, we don't use this setup, and we just sail on the starboard side. Okay, next up on the annoying list is our overlapping Geona system. On the coach roof, we have this barber hauler type system with tweakers. Now, this is designed to give us better sail performance upwind. But what we actually find is when this isn't under tension, when you're anchor, when you're sailing, all it does is bang off your coach roof, which is actually really, really irritating. But we have a solution for that. So if you come around to port side, we've lifted it up off the coach roof. So that is one annoying thing solved. Not the most elegant of solutions, but it's a solution. But then we come on to our tweakers. Now the tweakers help us trim the sail when we're sailing upwind. Now the problem with this is when it's under tension, it's permanently hard up against the coach roof. So when we pull in the tension, all it's doing is scratching our coach roof, which is super irritating. And what is a brand new boat now has scratches all on the coach roof. So we need to work out how we can buff those scratches out.
The second most annoying thing that we found about an XS11 is only having one winch at the helm station. XS have designed this in such a way that is fantastic for solo sailors, especially when for us, Andrew will be working most of the day and I'll be sailing on my own. Having all the sheets and the halyards, except for the Code Zero, running to one place makes things really, really easy. The disadvantage of this is there isn't enough space for 2 winches, so we're reliant on just this one winch. This is particularly problematic when we're trying to tack, and especially in high winds. So we'll have all the power on one jib sheet, and as we tack round, the only way of quickly swapping onto the new sheet is to simply let it off completely as we come round and then winch in the new sheet as quickly as possible. It's not the best for doing things in a controlled manner. In at number 1, this is the most annoying thing that we find about an XS11 catamaran. We absolutely fell in love with this cat, partially because the helm stations are so close to the water, you can feel the breeze, you can see your sails, which is really unusual for a catamaran. The one disadvantage of this is the visibility to the port bow. So sitting at this starboard helm station, you just cannot see that port bow. Quite often when we're coming into a marina or trying to pick up a mooring buoy, you're reliant on the person who's on the deck to call out distances and make sure that we're coming in safely. It's almost impossible to not only see, but hear that person on deck as well, making it really, really difficult for those tricky marinas.
The most annoying thing about this boat is this girl, is Ruth. She is by far the most annoying thing on this boat. Luckily, she doesn't come with the boat.
We always love to hear from the sailing community, so if anyone has any recommendations on little tips and tricks of how to turn our annoying things into less annoying things, we would love to hear from you.
And it's not all bad. We actually love our XS11 and there's plenty of things to love about the boat. So make sure you like and subscribe, and in our next video, we'll cover the top 5 favourite things about our yacht.